Hello, welcome to Phase 3 of Marvel March. Or Phase 3 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which is really what's going
There
on.
we go. It's like, is that how this works?
I mean, sure.
Kinda?
We are on Phase 3 now.
Yes.
So Phase 3 began with the third Captain America movie, sort of. Captain America
Yeah,
Civil War. I'll get to why it's sort of in a second, but I first heard about this movie, and I think I called you about it after I found out. I was talking to my uncle, and he was sitting down with me, and he has insider friends at Disney, and he came up to me. He's like, "So Captain America 3 is going to be Captain America versus Iron Man." I was like, "What?" So I had to sit there and brainstorm for a second. I was like, "Wait, they're doing Civil War as a movie?"
yeah. And honestly, I really do think that Age of Ultron became the fault of the Avengers, so this movie could happen.
Now, I remember before that, they had that whole, before Age of Ultron even came out, they had that whole, what their lineup for Phase 3 was. And the first movie they showed was Captain America, Serpent Society.
Ugh. It's not as good.
So they go through all their phases, and they're like, I don't think the title of Captain America 3 really makes sense. They revealed the real title, which was Captain America Civil War.
Much better.
Also much more accurate.
Yes.
So what everyone thought at first when they announced this movie, I was like, so is this really just Avengers 3 with a Captain America title? Yes and no.
Yeah, somewhat, but no, it still is a Cap movie.
And also around this time, this is important. Around the time this movie was in development, there was a deal made with Sony to have Spider-Man appear in the MCU.
This movie was already well into development before that happened. So they threw him in very, very last second.
We'll get to him in a second. But I think the Russos were trying to get Spider-Man before that deal happened. And then the deal happened. They're like, well, we got to put him in now.
Well, and it was also probably easy to get Sony on board because they weren't happy with the performance of Amazing Spider-Man 2. So they were already kind of like, we're getting tired of trying here.
Well, here's the thing about that. Everyone had been clamoring since the MCU started, was like, just put Spider-Man in there.
And then there's that.
Because, he's the poster boy of Marvel.
I wonder why Thor and Hulk aren't in this, though.
We'll get back to them. Don't worry.
We won't, actually. That's it. They're not in this because the power scaling would have been all off. That's the end. That's the end of that.
I meant in another review, we'll get back to what they're doing.
Oh, no. Those happen later. That's not why they're not in this.
Listen. Thor went away at the end of Age of Ultron, and Hulk was like, nah, fuck you, I'm leaving. Bye. So Captain America Civil War. So after the fallout of a lot of things, but mainly Avengers, Winter Soldier, and Age of Ultron, Thunderbolt Ross has decided to reappear after God knows how long. And the Avengers need to be put in check. And you have two sides that are for and against this. Leading the side for it is Tony Stark. Leading the side against it is Captain America. So because it's called Captain America Civil War, they want you to side with Captain America.
Which I do.
The problem with that is the movie also goes out of its way to make you really see both sides.
Any good movie would.
And honest to God, if you don't flip-flop at some point in this movie on whose side you're on, you're a stubborn child. You're being a robot. Because both sides make very valid points in this movie.
Yeah, but seeing how government agencies have gone in the MCU, it's hard not to take Cap's side because, yeah, for all you know, they have another agenda that's just going to mess everything up. For all you know, Hydra's hiding inside of them too.
But on the flip end, you also really understand where Tony's coming from here. Yeah, I made Ultron. I fucked everything up. Oops.
So maybe just put Alicia on Tony then.
Tony is a problem. But the way they split them up, some of the picks on Tony's side, I question. Black Widow being on Tony's side doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
Which, I mean, there's a good reason why she's not sure about it either.
You have Vision on Tony Stark's side. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's...
Rhodey on Tony Stark's side. Yeah, okay.
Of course.
Am I missing somebody?
Yeah, one person.
I'm waiting deliberately on that one.
One person who does not make any sense whatsoever.
He's just there, cuz.
That really is why. He was thrown in.
Uh-huh. And then on Captain America's side, you have Captain America, Falcon, okay. The Winter Soldier, which we'll get back to him. Hawkeye and Wanda and Ant-Man. Ant-Man, again, is just, why are you in here? Am I missing somebody from Tony's side? I feel like I'm forgetting somebody. And I'm not talking about Spider-Man. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody.
I know. I'm trying to think.
Black Panther! Black Panther!
Yeah, that's right. No, but the thing is, he's not really on Tony's side. He's just
against the Winter Soldier.
Exactly.
So this movie is the first introduction in the MCU for both Black Panther and Spider-Man. We'll talk about Black Panther first because he actually has a much bigger role in the movie than Spider-Man does. I forgot how badass T'Challa was in this movie.
Yeah, no, this was a crazy introduction. I really wish they would have kept that suit though, because they redesigned it and it never looks as good as it does in this movie.
Now, let me ask you this: when he puts his father's ring on after the explosion, is that the Black Panther suit?
That's a good question.
Because I know it's like the necklace in the actual Black Panther, but when he put that ring on,
no, it wasn't. At this point, it wasn't nanotech yet. Shuri had not yet made that suit.
I don't think he went to Wakanda and then came back. So was the ring the Black Panther suit?
You don't ever see him put it on in this, but the implication in Black Panther when it becomes a nanotech suit is that that's the first time that happened. Yeah. So he's probably just putting this suit on like normal. We just never see it.
His dad probably just had it somewhere. Now, but here's my other question: ring, though. That would be was he already Black Panther?
Yeah, that's the one that I don't get, because the way they have Black Panther work when you get to that movie is like the King title and the Black Panther title kind of go hand in hand. So I don't know why he would have. I don't know. It's very confusing.
He took the serum or whatever it was, got the suit, and then came back. So I'm wondering if he already became Black Panther and then became King after or like maybe his dad was about to retire or something.
It's very unclear.
But Black Panther's a badass. Like the scene where it's him and Bucky fighting, but he's on the Black Panther suit. He's just martial arts fighting him. I was like, oh, that was.
Yeah, there's a lot of scenes like that in this between numerous characters.
We got the fight scenes in this movie are crazy,
dude. It is insane how good the Russos are at directing fight scenes.
They really are. But we gotta bring up why these guys are fighting besides the Accords. Bucky is kind of why. He is. He's framed for an explosion that kills King T'Chaka, a whole lot of people, and
dude, I feel so bad for Bucky in this movie. Like he's finally getting some of himself back. He's like minding his own business, and then he's just getting blamed for shit. It's like he wasn't doing anything.
Steve is on his way to rescue him, and Tony's like, "No, we got to arrest him," and all hell breaks loose in this movie, man.
Yeah, and there's this thing about 1991 that keeps coming up.
Like, the first shot in the movie is like a car crash. I will circle back to that, don't worry.
Oh, no, it comes back 3 times.
Yeah.
Or twice.
So, barf is a thing now.
Oh, God. Yeah, and that comes back later.
Yeah, it does. And I kind of hate how they brought it back. I won't lie.
Yeah, it's dumb.
But, it's a thing. Wanda's on a house arrest because she accidentally blew up somebody.
See, the thing is, if she didn't do that, though, then everybody on the ground would have died. Like, people were going to die either way.
Yeah. I understand what she was doing. She was saving Cap. And
I don't know. There was no winning there, but also just, I don't know. The whole argument, like, when Ross first shows up, his first example of people getting hurt or like collateral damage is Hulk jumping around and people get hurt while they're doing the Avengers thing. It's like, oh, you mean that city they were going to blow up and kill millions?
Yeah, you guys were about to nuke the damn thing until Tony relocated the missile.
Assholes. Couple thousand people got hurt maybe in that incident, as opposed to the entire city being blown up. I'm sorry. Shut up, Ross.
And also, you're going to say the Avengers hurt more people than the Chitauri?
Exactly.
That's what you're going to tell me?
What were they supposed to do? Nothing?
Well, that's Cap's point. The safest hands are still our own.
Well, and that's the other thing. Okay, so the government, it would have taken too long for them to deploy because the government would have had to approve it, and then they would have gone there, and then people would have still gotten hurt because it's unavoidable.
And there's no good way to transition into this. Agent Carter died.
Yeah, that sucked. Then you find out Sharon is Peggy's niece.
Yep. And then she kisses Steve. So it's kind of strange.
Literally, that's all you have to say about that because it does not come back. There's no time for it. And it honestly didn't make sense, so.
And it's never followed up on.
No, really, it's because every time he comes back, there's no time. He's a fugitive for the next few years. And then Thanos happens. Like, when would that have happened?
This is probably the biggest thing they've had to deal with at this point, and then a couple of years later, a big purple alien warlord destroys everything.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. Wow. You okay?
I'm fine. Everything's fine.
Okay.
But, why is Ant-Man in this movie?
Literally just to fill out the roster. The same reason Spider-Man is.
Ant-Man has less of a role than Spider-Man does.
No, that's true. But it really is to fill out the roster. Ant-Man and Spider-Man being in this, it's literally to fill out the roster. It makes no sense for them to be there, and neither of them even know why they're fighting. No,
we do got to talk about Spider-Man, though, because this is kind of a big deal. I remember in the theater when, their Black Widow and Tony Stark are brainstorming. Tony's like, I got one idea. Where's yours? Black Widow's like downstairs. She's talking about T'Challa. Where's yours? And Tony just has this look. And then it cuts to Queens. Let me tell you, when it said Queens, I don't know about you, my theater erupted.
I think it would have been a hell of a lot cooler if Spidey was not in the trailer.
He should have never been in he was in like the last trailer, but he should not have been in it at all. But then it's like, hey, May, hey, I'm Peter. And, everyone starts freaking out because it's Peter Parker.
And thankfully, they skip his typical origin story since we've already seen it twice recently.
It's implied that it happened very subtly. Yeah.
No, I like the switch they have. It's when you can do the things that I can, but you don't, and then the bad things happen. They happen because of you. This sounds like some other line I've heard before.
Mm-hmm. How did Tony know he was Spider-Man?
Because he's smart and honestly just cameras. You just track him.
You just figured it out. You're Spiderling, Spider Boy, Spider-Man.
Not with that onesie, you're not.
It's not a onesie. But then, we got Spider-Man in the MCU, and it's a wonderful feeling. And his first real conflict is fighting a whole bunch of other superheroes who he has no idea why he's fighting them for.
Yeah, it's hilarious, but it's an awesome scene though. And the funny thing about the airport battle though is nobody's actually trying to hurt anyone. They're just trying to stop each other.
So here's the thing too, going back. Tony Stark and Peter's relationship is actually very wholesome.
Yeah. And I think they capitalized on that pretty well throughout the rest of the series.
I'm gonna sit here so you move the leg. That was apparently an improv line.
Yeah, I've heard that,
but not move his leg.
I never know when to believe those things though, because more than half of those are lies.
Because the thing is, it's all in character for Tony Stark too. He's like,
yeah, it is.
But that you're right though. That airport scene, none of them want to kill each other, except T'Challa definitely wants to kill Bucky.
That's literally it. That's what I'm saying. Like T'Challa doesn't care. If it was the other way around, he would still just be fighting Bucky. He's only there for Bucky.
He doesn't give a shit about the Accords. He's just like, yeah, now fuck that guy in particular. I love how we have not even mentioned the main villain of this movie yet.
Well, it's because he's sort of looming in the background. Everybody, even us, we're focusing on the fight between Cap and Iron Man, and not so much worried about this Zemo dude who's kind of the one orchestrating the whole thing.
So let's take a brief moment to talk about him, because I feel like we probably need to. At the beginning of the movie, there is a flashback of Bucky Barnes, and there's a certain sequence of words, which they're just random words. They don't go together at all. There's a bunch of random words, but they trigger his brain to become like a murderous psychopath. And Zemo is specifically looking for, what was it, December 16th, 1991?
That's exactly what it was. Good job.
And he wants to know what happened that day because he's got a plan, which I will get to later. Because he's from Sokovia, and his father, mother, and son were all killed in the battle with Ultron.
The way he said it, though, it sounds like they were outside the city, so they weren't in the city when it blew up. It sounds like they were hit by the debris that fell.
I think you're right. He survived, and then he listened to that voice recording of his wife over and over and over again during the movie. It's like, oh, that sucks. But you are still a terrible person because we don't want to see the Avengers crumble.
No, but I mean, that was like this whole era. So many movies were doing the good guys fighting themselves thing at around this time.
Yeah, this and Batman vs Superman came out the same year. Gee, which one was better?
And then I think Fast and Furious 8 was around this time too, and that did the same thing.
Yeah, where Dom was like a bad guy.
And then the Transformers: The Last Knight also kind of did the same thing. Like, this was the era of good guys got to turn somehow.
Of all of those movies, I think this is the best one, though.
It's not even close.
It's like, anyway. So after the battle, which there's really no winner. Cap and Bucky get away while the others basically just kind of surrender. But we gotta talk about that fight scene because that airport fight is crazy.
Yeah, it's huge. You get a good look at what everyone
can do. And also,
can
Wanda is really overpowered.
Oh, yeah.
When she just throws Vision through the floor, I was like, oh.
And she's not even at her full strength yet.
No, she is not.
Like, she's barely activated at this point, and she's already that strong.
I just want to point out that Vision's jacket is made of boyfriend material, is what he's trying to tell Wanda.
Well, what?
Vision's jacket that he's wearing when he's or his little vest that he's wearing when he's cooking her food. That vest, that's made of boyfriend material.
Okay. Yeah, no, they do start to hint at there's a little something going on there.
He's one. He is a baby.
He literally is one.
Wanda, you are robbing the cradle there.
That's funny.
Anyway, but no, that also, why Hawkeye, you're here, cuz
I'm pretty sure he did know the situation and how important it was that Cap make it.
Yeah, Steve just kind of contacted him. And, he fights Natasha because he tries to fight anybody else and he's going to lose. Like when he tried to fight Vision. That was very unfair.
Yeah, but, Wanda can apparently manipulate the Mind Stone, which is interesting.
Her power came from the Mind Stone, so.
I know. It shouldn't work in reverse, though, you wouldn't think.
She's the Scarlet Witch, okay?
Not yet.
I love also Clint's interaction with Black Panther. We've never met. I'm Clint. I don't care.
I don't care.
He didn't give a shit. Like, he's only there to kill Bucky. Actually, going back a bit, the first scene with Black Panther was awesome. Where he's chasing Bucky and Cap's chasing him. I thought that scene was so cool.
Oh yeah, it's badass. Oh man, you get that. There's that shot where you get to see like how fast super soldiers can actually run.
Yeah,
that's the first time you really get to see that.
Yeah, because you never really see Cap run like that, but they do it here.
They try to do it again. I think it's in Infinity War, but it does not look as good as it does in this one.
No, it does not. I remember what scene you're talking about in Infinity War, but that wasn't so much a chase scene as they were just kind of running to fight bug things.
Yeah, bug things.
We'll get to Infinity War next week, I think. Now Tony. Also, one thing before I get to that, why is Nick Fury not in this movie?
Because they are already paying enough people.
Yeah, it's true. I just it's weird that Nick Fury of all people is not in this.
He's taking a break. He needed a break.
Yeah, he's in space.
Actually, at this point, is he? He might be.
I actually don't know. I'm just being a shit. He very well could be.
No, not yet.
The scroll thing makes everything confusing, but we'll get to that in Captain Marvel.
He's not there yet. That's later.
Now that after that battle, Wanda, Clint, War Machine's taken out pretty badly. Yeah. He's hurt.
I think the only reason nobody gets super mad at Vision is because he was literally just following Rhodey's own command.
Yeah, but he was distracted. I didn't think he could get distracted. Neither did I. This is called teenage angst.
Look at Wanda. That's why you were distracted.
Yeah, I get it. I didn't want to say it, but I'm glad you did.
You have said so much worse than what I just said.
Fuck you. But Tony finally does find out after doing some retinal scanning with Friday that the person who was supposed to interrogate Bucky was Joe Russo. And
Yeah, see, that cameo is confusing because that is not the same character.
I think it's just Joe Russo. He's just a dead body.
Yeah. No, but because he shows up again later, and that is supposed to be the same character from Winter Soldier, but this dead body is not the same character from Winter Soldier. So
Don't worry about it.
I can't. Continuity is a thing for me, and I'm starting to realize how many missteps there are in the MCU.
Weren't there always a bunch of missteps in the MCU?
Yes, but
The
there's more than I
MCU
realized.
is full of stupid convenience, stupid shit like that, bro. There's a big one in Infinity War, which I will get to.
Unfortunately.
But when Tony figures out Bucky's been framed, he's like, all right, I gotta help Cap. Because I was wrong. Tony admits he's wrong, which is weird, but he does.
Yeah. Character development.
And also, I gotta mention this. Apparently there's multiple Winter Soldiers. What the fuck was the point of that?
That was kind of the whole threat that they were trying to stop.
But they just die.
Because Zemo was not interested in them.
It's like The Last Jedi. That whole plot point just goes nowhere.
It was supposed to be a red herring. You're supposed to think that the Winter Soldiers are the threat, but they're not. Zemo had no interest in them whatsoever.
Nope. And then the car wreck at the beginning, you find out, and I won't lie, this fucked me up when I saw it. Bucky Barnes killed Howard Stark, and what was his wife's name?
Maria. Oh my god, I got it right.
I didn't know if it was Maria, but okay, so Howard and Maria Stark. So Tony Stark, for all these years, thought his parents got into an accident, and he just, brushed it off as happen chance. Now Bucky Barnes killed his parents.
No, the Winter Soldier did it. Bucky had nothing to do with it.
Let me tell you something. Look, Tony Stark completely flipping out. I don't blame him.
Yeah.
You tell me that if you saw somebody bashing your dad's skull in and choking your mom out, that you wouldn't be like, I'm gonna kill you.
The thing is, he's aware that Bucky was mind controlled and still.
Look, there's no way to look at a video of the guy right in front of your face killing your parents and you saying, no, fuck you. Oh no, I'm gonna let it slide. No, I'm going to kill it. That's just what's going to happen. But Cap is like, look, he was mind controlled. Hydra killed your parents, not him. He was a vessel for Hydra. So, again, you get both sides of the argument here. I'm going to say this, though, straight up after rewatching the movie. If Cap was not there to defend Bucky, Bucky would have been dead.
100%. I mean, even both of them barely managed to beat Tony.
And honestly, if Bucky didn't pull Tony's leg, Bucky would have beat Tony would have beat Cap too.
Maybe it was going that direction.
But I say what you want about Tony Stark, there was no way Bucky would have beat him in a one-on-one fight. It just was not going to happen.
No, Cap had a better chance, but
but
yeah,
you're right. Even 2-on-1, they were struggling to beat Tony here
because they were trying to disable him. Whereas he was trying to kill Bucky.
He wasn't trying to kill Cap, but he was definitely trying to kill Bucky. And that whole, he's my friend, Tony. So was I. I was like, oh, fuck.
No, that whole final fight, that's probably the most emotional fight in the MCU so far.
Yeah. And even then, at the end of the fight, when Cap beats, air quotes, beats Tony, he isn't trying to kill him because he doesn't want to kill him.
Nope.
But Tony's like, you don't deserve that shield. My father made that shield, and it's like, oh, fuck.
And he drops it.
That's Cap couldn't argue with him. That scene is rough. Like, you want to be like, oh, yeah, they're fighting, it's awesome, but then you think about the deeper meanings behind the fight, and it's like, damn. This sucks ass. See, the Russos can make comic book movies deeper than they used to be, and I appreciate them for that.
Everything that they manage to do whenever they're given material like this, it's insane.
It is. And then Cap writes Tony a letter saying, listen, I'm sorry for everything that happened. I really am. But if you need me, I'm here. And then he goes and frees the others.
So basically, Cap's telling Tony, like, I hope we can still be friends.
They sort of get back there by Endgame.
Yeah, by end. It's that would be 7 years after this.
Takes a while. Do they interact at all in Infinity War? I don't think they do.
No, they're completely split. That's true.
We'll get back to that. Mid-credit scene is a setup for Black Panther because Bucky's like, listen, my mind's all messed up, so I need to figure out how to fix this, but it's in Wakanda, and T'Challa's... Because T'Challa does have a change of heart when he realizes Bucky was framed. And technically, Black Panther is the one who stopped Zemo, because Zemo was going to kill himself.
Yeah, well, he didn't stop him. Zemo's going to be out of the fight no matter what. There, he won, actually.
Technically, yeah.
He did what he was trying to do.
Yeah, he did. That's wow. When you put, damn, you're right. One of only 2 MCU villains to win, as far as I know.
Who's the other one?
I don't know. I don't know who I'm talking about.
Nope, no idea.
Nope. But then the other post-credit scene is Spider-Man is home. He tells Aunt May, yeah, a guy from Brooklyn punched me in the face. His name was Steve. And it's clearly a setup for Spider-Man Homecoming. So there you go.
Yeah, both of those are kind of what. There's another movie coming, but it is good to know that like Bucky's somewhere safe.
Yeah. They were clearly trying to push the fact with that. Oh yeah, guys, don't worry. Spider-Man is in the MCU. I promise.
That. This isn't a one-time thing.
I mean, good. Otherwise, Spider-Man would have failed again.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But oh my God, let me tell you something. For what we reviewed so far, and even to this day, this is still my top 2 MCU movies.
I believe it.
This movie is fantastic. And this, to me, proved that the Russos can do a movie about an ensemble cast, because they got signed on, while they were making this, to do Infinity War and Infinity War Part 2, which is no longer Infinity War Part 2, but you get my point.
Yeah.
And this is fantastic. Cody?
No, it's just funny. They give them more and more characters to work with each time. It's the first time it's just regular, Cap movie. Oh, you did a really good job with that. How about we give you an ensemble? And then they have Civil War, and they give them a bigger one for Infinity War.
Oh, do you want to do 2 Avengers movies?
It's just the cast gets bigger and bigger every single time.
Like, apparently Kevin Feige, because he didn't have a director for the 3rd and 4th Avengers movie, he went to them, he's like, you guys want to do 2 Avengers movies? And they were like, yeah.
Filmed back to back?
And they were like, yeah, what you mean? Of course we do. And they make some of the highest grossing movies of all time.
Because they're phenomenal.
They really are.
And they have a good way of interpreting confusing writing.
Yeah. Stormbreaker. We'll get back to you, buddy. What did you think of Captain America Civil War, Cody?
It's fantastic. All of the Russo movies are fantastic.
Honest to God, if you don't like any of the Russo MCU movies, there's probably something wired wrong in your, because they're some of the best. Especially this one. This one is top tier MCU movie for me.
No, they did a fantastic job.
And hopefully Doomsday is good.
I'm still cautiously optimistic. I don't even know if that's what I can call it. I don't know. We'll see.
Fingers crossed.
Still worried.
But hey, Cody, what is next up for Marvel March, my friend?
Oh, let's see. What follows up Civil War? It's Doctor Strange and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Yeah, we got a twofer for you next time, because neither one of these deserve their own review. But so thank you guys for listening to the Captain America Civil War episode today. We do appreciate it, and we'll see you on Wednesday for Doctor Strange and Guardians Volume 2. Take care.